friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a tea basket video to go over with you guys, and I'm honestly so excited to switch these teas out. Well, actually not really switch teas out, but to bring some new ones in. Well, one of them I think I'm going to switch out, but this was the basket from last time. First, I'll go over the stuff that I actually did finish, and then we'll go over the stuff that is left in the basket. So as far as what I finished, so I did finish one of these Yogi Sweet Tangerine Positive Energies. I do have one left though. So this is actually going to stay in the basket just so I can finish that, because literally that's the only one of that, you know, that flavor that I have. So I just want to be able to finish that up. And then I also finished up the Tea Labs Happy Colada. And when I had talked to you guys about this one last time, I said that I was pretty sure that this was the one that was kind of like a dupe for the David's Teas Caribbean Crush, but I was like not 100%. Now that I've finished this, it is. This is definitely a dupe for the David's Tea Caribbean Crush. So really enjoyed this tea. This is one that I would definitely repurchase again. I really like this one iced. Finished the Dominion Tea Blueberry Pancakes. This one was a black tea with like blueberry flavor. It was really good, but as you guys know, Dominion Tea is no longer a company, so you really can't get it. And then the other one by Dominion that I finished is the Colonial Breakfast, which was just a really nice like English breakfast black tea. Really good. So I'm kind of sad, honestly, that I can't purchase those anymore. So that was all the teas that I actually finished. Let's see, we'll talk about this one. So this is the Celestial Seasonings Raspberry Zinger. So this little packet had 3 tea bags in here. I'm down to just one, so I did use 2 of them. I had it iced. It was so good, so good. So I'm actually going to keep this in the basket also to be able to finish. And then I didn't even touch these Ahmad teas. This is the mango and lychee green tea iced tea cold brew. So we're going to go ahead and leave those in the basket also. And then I am so close to being done with this August Uncommon Big Easy, which is pineapple caramel green tea. I am down to like literally probably 2 cups in here. So we're going to leave that in the basket. I did not even try this tea. And here's why, you guys. Like, I was on a medication that was making everything taste really weird to me. Well, not everything, but it was making certain things like taste really weird to me. And one of the things that it was making taste really weird is chai tea. It has something to do with the spices. So my favorite tea of all times is a chai tea, and I haven't even been drinking that one because it's just like the flavor has been off. So I'm hoping now I can actually start to taste like normal. But because of that, I didn't even try this one. It's the Presto George Tea's Spicy Herbal Chai. So this is also going to stay in the basket because I do really want to try that one. And then the last tea that I had in the basket was the Sullivan Street Earl Grey. So this is pretty good, but I will say this is probably not my favorite Earl Grey that I've ever tried. So this is one I think that once I finish the bag, which I still have quite a bit in there, but once this bag is finished, I don't think I'll repurchase their Earl Grey. I think I'll find somebody else's to continue to repurchase. But so this is actually going to get switched out of the basket. I'm not going to leave that one in. But let's talk about the teas that we are going to rotate in. So I have still a bunch of teas from like Sips By boxes that I'm really trying to finish up. Plus I still have some from Dominion that I need to finish. So this basket, obviously it's kind of like a shop my tea basket, but it's also kind of like a project use it up, like sip down basket too, just because I really want to finish some of these teas. So starting out with, this is the Choice Organics Mandarin Ginger Herbal Tea. So I have 2 of those that are going to go into the basket. And then I have 4 of the Taylors of Harrogate decaffeinated breakfast tea. And it says it's, just a black tea. So I have 4 of those that are going to go in the basket. I have 2 of the Davidson's Organics Organic Tropical Green. That is going to go in the basket. 2 of the Yogi Sweet Lemon Everyday Immune. That is going to go into the basket. I have this Dominion tea. It's the first flush Darjeeling. So need to finish that up. And then let's see. 2 of these Ticino roasted herbal teas. This is the Dandelion Red Chai. So 2 of those. And then I have, these are actually the same tea. They must have gotten in trouble for naming it. Okay, it's the Tiesta tea, and it used to be called Fruity Pebbles. So I don't know if they got in trouble for calling it that because, like, I don't know, maybe that name is like trademarked or something like that. So they actually, it's the same exact tea, but they changed it to they called it Fruity Paradise. So I have this older one that says Fruity Pebbles on it, and then I also have a smaller new one that says Fruity Paradise. But literally, I mean, when you look at the ingredients, it's identical. So they did change the name for some reason, but I do need to finish this up. I actually really, really like this tea. So this is one of those things, like after I finish up these smaller sizes, this is one that I may consider getting a full size of because from what I remember, it is actually really, really good. So that is going to go in the basket. And then I have, this is the 3-leaf blueberry matcha, which I probably only have, I'm going to say maybe 2 servings in here left. This is actually really, really good too. So I don't know. I've been in the mood to start doing some more matchas again. Like, I feel like I go on these kicks with matcha, like where I am not in the mood for matcha at all. And then I like get back into it. And then I'm like loving matcha. Like every single day I'll have one and like for like an early afternoon energy kick. So I'm feeling like I'm getting back into that mood. So the blueberry matcha, and then I also have this one, which is just a regular matcha. It's not a flavored one, and it's called Bacha Matcha. So try that one out. And then for like full sizes that I'm just kind of rotating in to kind of drink, not necessarily to try and finish up, just to kind of enjoy, I have the Tea Labs Pistachio Puer. And then I also have this, which I have not tried this. My son actually got this for me as a gift. But this is the Republic of Teas. This is the Cup of Cake Teas and the Caramel Vanilla, which is a black tea and natural flavors. So this is like full to the brim. It smells really good. So I think this is going to be really good. So that is going to go in there. So that's everything that's going to be in the basket. So, well, and then obviously, like I said, those ones that I am rotating in from the last basket that are going to just stay in here until I finish them. But I was thinking, you guys, because obviously, you know, I'm trying to finish up some teas from like my Sips By box. And like, as I'm going through teas, for example, you know, like this one I'm kind of making decisions on and, you know, just kind of trying to like drink through some stuff. And I just... like, I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but sometimes I wonder, like, if you could start over with your tea collection, like if you could literally start from ground zero with it, what is like the one company that you think you would like order from? You know, like if you could only choose one company to start with, what would it be? And I started thinking, like, if I could only have teas from one company, I think I probably would choose Adagio just because they have such a huge selection. And most of the teas that I've tried from there, I've really, really enjoyed. However, with that being said, like my absolute favorite chai is from Tazo. So I would really, really want that. And then, I mean, there's so many other companies that I really, really love certain teas from. But yeah, like I was just trying to think about that, like, you know, because I have so many teas from so many different companies. And at times it's so tempting to want to just completely drink all of it down and start over again. I don't know that I'll ever do that though, because as tempting as that is, then every single time I get on like a tea website, I'm so tempted to place an order. So yeah, I don't know. Is that something that you would ever do? Just like, you know, let's have a conversation in the comments. Would you ever drink down everything, like drink it down to ground zero and just like completely start over? And if you would do that, what is the company, like what's the first company you would order from? If that would be the only company you could order from for at least a while. I don't know. I would just be curious. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me for a little bit. Let me know in the comments down below also what you are sipping on, and I will see you guys very soon.